Greetings pilot and welcome to X4 Foundation 7.0 beta. We start exactly where we left off the last episode. We have just acquired the geometric owl and we are now being sent to the Torus Aeternal. We'll continue this chat after Kuramankami has had a word with me.
Be wary, there are terran pests in this sector. Get within their scanner range altogether. Best case, they kick you in. Worst case, they start shooting.
Intercepting transmission. Entering.
Command, I'm getting odd readings here. Shouldn't Gate Patrol have reported Xenon presence?
Right, where was I? I know within the community you could almost say this is a controversial mission. It's generally not very liked amongst people, and I can totally understand that. First time I played this I spent far too long on the second puzzle, but now I know how to solve that puzzle. I really like this mission. I think getting to fly through Earth's old defence station is pretty cool. So if you just want to learn how to do the puzzle, I'll put the timestamp in the description below, and maybe a little text to tell you how to do it. The first tip is once you go through a gate, fly in a direct line away from the gate and you will leave the area where you're starting to lose your shady ID.
Command, picking up signatures. Are there Xenon I should know about?
Negative.
Entering the moon. Entering Earth.
Behold, this minuscule shard of Terran hubris. We will excavate your secrets and leave more acquainted with the technology of the terraformers. I do wonder if they're still capable of their ancient deeds.
Destination reached. Analyzing Taurus wreckage. Mapping possible entries. Mapping completed.
Let's knock and see if there's anybody home.
Possible entry confirmed. Awaiting breach.
Oh, your colleague is requesting your assistance. Enter the structure in your spacesuit and try to open the door to let you both in.
Morea.
So I'm recording the voiceover for this mission on the 2nd of June. So that means I've only got 18 more days to wait to play timelines. From what I understand about timelines, it's adding late game content and end game content, whereas the 7.0 patch is improving the new player content. And I hope Egosoft has managed to balance it nicely and it helps everybody involved.
There should be a maintenance switch, which you might be able to access from the spacesuit. Switches in this structure react to the polarization of the hand laser and the repair laser to toggle between states. Other means of damage should also suffice. The switches are sturdy enough to handle most kinds of abuse.
Awaiting pilot. Docking granted.
Your colleague seems impressively capable in some ways, but she does not seem to trust in her own piloting skills.
Yes, I have to fly back to my ship because I haven't researched teleportation yet. Just look at that view. I can definitely see the pub from here. This playthrough is about 16 hours in and I still feel that I'm on early game content because I'm still struggling on the money front. As this whole playthrough's been on an experiment on how to make money, I feel that it's okay to be lacking slightly at this stage, especially how passive looting has been completely nerfed and I spent 2 hours doing that. Well, if you've seen the episode, 4 hours in total, but just 2 hours on this pilot.
Welcome, pilot number 3. Weapons operational.
I do like it every time you get into the geometric owl, you get reminded that you're the third pilot she's gone through on this mission.
Do not worry about that door. You will find another way out after collecting the data.
Awaiting breach. Morea. Cover deactivate.
Oh, there seems to be an airlock in place. Oh, that means another maintenance job for you. There should be service tunnels to get you to the other side of that door.
When this mission first came out, a lot of people complained about having to be in their spacesuit, saying controlling it wasn't very good or intuitive. Whereas I really enjoy it, bombing around in my spacesuit in 0G. Sounds like a good time to me. As I said, I was recording this on the 2nd of June. Unfortunately, I had to stop for most of the afternoon because everybody decided that mowing their lawn and chainsawing trees was what they wanted to do on a Sunday. But as I have a finite time to finish this experiment on how to earn money in 7.0, I'm going to have to accelerate my release schedule. So over the next 18 days, I should get a handful of X4 videos out onto YouTube.
Manually overriding those doors is a tedious endeavor, but you're getting there.
Thanks, Chief. In the last episode, I mentioned that the Geometric Owl is my favourite ship in X4. It is the ship I've spent the most time in running missions and gallivanting around the universe. Now, it's been a very long time since I've played the Terran Start, and I know you have to hand a ship over. I know this isn't a long-term playthrough, but I don't want to hand over my favourite ship. I'm probably still going to mod it like I'm keeping it.
Oh, you're in a hazardous area. Get out!
Awaiting pilot.
Do not leave your colleague behind. You are both mission critical. Oh, you're in a hazardous area. Get out!
Welcome to Torus Aeternal segment number 34. Subsegment storage. Requesting identification and wear transfer permit.
Okay, I think you get the idea about wandering through the service tunnels. Let's move on to the next stage.
Docking granted. Cover activated. Terran Protectorate. Welcome, pilot number 3. Weapons operational. Awaiting breach.
Requesting identification.
Moreya. Cup.
Oh, you're in a hazardous area. Get out!
Let's skip some more time because you've seen this before.
Oh, you've reached the hub for transferring ships to various parts of the Taurus. There should be controls to open the correct door.
Attention. Suspending all ship traffic at main hub C5, segment number 34. Restricting maintenance capabilities. You are under arrest for trespass, as defined by the Terra Protection Act. Security has been notified. Detention imminent.
Security indisposed.
Affirmative.
Requesting waiting time estimate.
Indefinitely.
Requesting hub obstruction time estimate.
Indefinitely.
Requesting segment number 34 main function.
Storage and distribution.
Requesting distribution efficiency estimate.
Task cannot be completed. Main function void. Rebooting.
Moreya. Cover deactivated.
This is a fairly easy puzzle. You've just got to align the tracks so they follow from where you've been to where you want to go. Every time you flip a switch, you get a physical representation of what you've just done, so it's easy just to keep flipping the switches until you acquire what you want.
This would be the way back, but we did not acquire any information on the terraformers yet. Splendid! Proceed. Dispatch your goes to the data center.
Docking granted. Cover activated. Terran Protectorate. Welcome, pilot number 3. Weapons operational.
Reboot complete.
Awaiting breach.
Attention intruders. You are under arrest for trespass, as defined by the Terra Protection Act. You are advised to remain at your current location. Do not proceed. You have been warned.
Oh, that sounds ominous. Proceed with caution.
The maintenance tunnels look different this time at least. In my opinion, the music selection for this area is wrong. The sound guys have gone for high intensity battle style music, whereas in my humble opinion they should have leaned into you're in an abandoned space station with a AI that doesn't actually like you and want you there. Maybe something more ethereal and ominous.
Awaiting pilot. Docking granted.
I think we can all agree that X4 is a slow-paced game. And I'm not saying that in a bad way or any way derogatory, it's the way it is. It takes a while for you to get where you want to be, whether that's building a business empire or stood on the deck of a capital ship, or more likely both. But one thing you probably have noticed, that all the rewards for the missions that I have been running, none of them other than the first couple have been for cash rewards. For example, when I rescued Bozo Tar, the ship isn't actually the reward for the mission. If you don't know where to look for it, you could actually miss it. A lot of the faction mission arcs do end up giving you a reward of a corvette or frigate of one description or another. It's almost like the designers were scared of actually handing money out to the players. I'm not saying whether it's a good or bad design choice, but I think it was a design choice they made, and it's interesting to see it from our perspective. Many rewards are, oh, here's just the next mission.
Cover activated. Terran Maria. Welcome, pilot number 3. Weapons operational. Proximity alert. Hostiles detected.
The laser turrets are like a mini puzzle to themselves. The solution to this puzzle, because the bolts are slow moving, is lateral movement. Once the turret is fired, if you move either horizontally or vertically, the bolt will miss you. Dead simple.
Enacting security protocols.
The turrets are consuming more remaining energy in the storage unit. You will not be able to open the next door until all turrets are taken down.
And now we're about to enter the main puzzle chamber.
We are approaching the location where your colleague can interface with the Taurus's archives. Now you will have to interact with the switches to release the file transfer. Activate all switches to grant your colleague access.
Cover deactivated.
The first 4 switches you activate is not actually part of the problem, or puzzle, so to speak. I hit switch 3 and 6 because they both activate 2 switches.
Activated switch. 3. Affected switch. 4. Storage reserved. Transferring data.
Pay attention to the outcome of your interactions. The switches are affecting each other. Although the switches are accessible right away, ignore the unresponsive ones, eh?
Data transfer paused. Activated switch. 6. Affected switch. 5. Data transfer resumed.
You are not authorized. Booting firewall.
Oh, the security system's trying to shut us out. Continue on working to override it.
Data transfer paused.
This is the part of the puzzle that people hate and where you can get yourself stuck. So obviously this is a major spoiler if you want it. So you want to flip these switches in this order. 2, 3, 5, 3, and then 8.
Bypass detected. Rerouting nodes.
Deactivated switch. 3. Affected switch. 4.
This might sound unintuitive, but it may be necessary to undo an activation in order to solve the pattern.
Bypass detected. Rerouting nodes.
Activated switch. 5. Affected switch. 4.
Bypass detected. Rerouting nodes.
There's my silicon miner in second contact 2, depositing cash into the account.
Activated switch. 3. Affected switch. 4.
Bypass detected. Rerouting nodes.
Activated switch. 8. Affected switches. 6. 7. Docking granted. All switches active. Data transfer resumed.
That's the mission completed. Just need to wait for the download to complete and get out of here.
Cover activated. Terran Protectorate. Welcome, pilot number 3. Weapons operational. Data transfer completed.
Archives breached. Initiating data corruption.
We have what we came for. Let us get out of here.
Command rejected. Boost aborted.
Transfer go through.
Requested data has been allocated.
We are at the rendezvous point and ready for transfer.
Oh, splendid. Deliver the data to this location before any pests enter. Eh? And that will conclude my part in our cooperation. Both of you have been quite adequate assistants. And I expect that both of you will work together to properly conclude our project. The best of luck, and farewell.
Docking granted. Cover deactivated.
We've got you.
Transferring data. Data transfer completed.
At last, we will be able to terraform. It will take a while to decrypt, examine, and integrate this latest treasure into our existing research on terraforming. It could take years, maybe even decades.
Years? Decades? Greetings, Chief Scientist. I am immensely sorry to intrude and interrupt, but please bear with me. I have a couple of algorithms to help approach a solution to your problem.
You have what?
The integration of the newly obtained data into your existing research on terraforming is complete.
You've done what? I can't believe it. It's all there. We have the results for our research. With this, we can immediately put Project Genesis into execution. Gaian prophecy will be terraformed. Thank you, Boron. With the new technology, we can make a proper attempt to terraform some of the planets and give our people a homeworld. You've played a big role in this, and for that, we are grateful. We now have access to rather advanced terraforming project. That will be required to undo some of the terraforming damage inflicted by the Xenon on Sagaris. I still can't believe that we are about to achieve what we first set out to do. At last, our people will have a homeworld. The same data. They are getting a copy. They're interested in Xenon behavior and believe that understanding the original terraforming technology will help them understand the Xenon better. Again, great thanks to you for the part you played in this. Farewell, friend.
Assistant, I still have the terraforming data we worked so hard to obtain and assemble. We too now have the knowledge to implement new, exciting terraforming projects.
This reward won't be much use until really towards the end game, but I always see the reward for this mini arc as getting the geometric owl.
Moreya. Mission achieved. Establishing long-distance uplink to Kuro Mankami. Transferring Expedition AI Core Mark 7. Farewell, Pilot Number 3.
Well, that's the end of the mission Torus Aeternal and the end of the episode. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, I'll see you on the other side.